determination to defeat an enemy, and a heart big enough to love those who hurt. And so I welcome you here. I wish you all the best. I'm glad to be your friend.
And that was President Bush earlier today endorsing Senator John McCain for president. The Arizona senator secured the Republican nomination last night after 4 more victories. So will the president's endorsement silence some of Senator McCain's conservative critics. Joining us now is McCain supporter and former Virginia senator, our good friend George Allen. George Allen, great American. Good to see you, my friend.
Good to be with you, Sean and Alan.
All right, it's 3 a.m. and the phone rings, and it's Senator John McCain. And he asks the question, will you, George Allen, be my running mate? What's your answer?
I wouldn't answer that one right now. I'm going to support John McCain as best I can, and he'll make those decisions in the future. And I'll be able to help whatever way he'd like me to help him.
All right. Now, look, I've always been a fan, supporter, friend of yours. I view you as a real, true Reagan conservative. And I like Senator McCain. A lot I agree on. The war, I like his no new tax pledge. I like the earmarks. I think he'll be better on judges. But you know the litany of areas where there's been disagreement with conservatives. Do any of those areas, McCain-Feingold, McCain-Kennedy, McCain-Lieberman, not supporting drilling at Anwar, all the things we've talked about, does any of that bother you?
Well, I'm in agreement with you on each and every one of those, and I do think that all of them make good sense, such as exploring on the North Slope of Alaska. I don't think we ought to restrict freedom of expression. I'm not for scams that increase the cost of doing business in our country, but it's more important to also look at the positives in John McCain. And he's a good man, he's a good friend, and you want somebody as president to lead this country at a time, at very dangerous times, who has the experience, the judgment, and the character.
Tell you this.
And you look at where he stands as commander-in-chief. He wants to win in Iraq. The other side wants to retreat and surrender. He wants to have lower taxes in our country to make sure we're the world capital of innovation. He's tenacious on wasteful Washington spending, and he'll nominate good judges as opposed to who the Democrats would.
I cannot, under any circumstances, support Hillary or Barack Obama, because I don't think I agree with them on anything. They want to raise taxes, nationalize health care, hand Iraq over to Ahmadinejad and al-Qaeda. Dangerous for the entire world.
Right.
But I'm telling fellow conservatives that when I find myself in disagreement with Senator McCain, when I agree with him on the war, on not raising taxes, on ending earmarks, there'll be no stronger supporter than Sean Hannity. But when he takes on issues that I disagree with, when we disagree on, there'll be no fiercer opponent. And in that sense, I agree with Newt. As a conservative, I'm declaring independence. Any Republican that wants to raise taxes, any Republican that wants, amnesty on immigration, I'm going to oppose.
Well, as well you should. And I think that anybody in life, I give advice to people who say, gosh, what should you do if you want to get involved in politics, is determine your guiding principles. What is your philosophy? And no one should abandon their philosophy or their principles. You still fight for those. And I think conservatives can say, yeah, we have these disagreements. And I think actually on the amnesty issue, Senator McCain and President Bush and all the members of Congress who are for that amnesty bill have gotten a message. And he recognizes we need to secure the border and not reward illegal behavior.
It's amazing to me that as long as a candidate like John McCain changes his position and the final position ends up where conservatives want him, that's okay. When a liberal changes positions, they're a flip-flopper, regardless of which way they go, because they're a liberal. And the fact that you're now embracing, and so other conservatives seem to be, because you really don't have a choice except to embrace John McCain, and it seems like some of you are just twisting yourself into pretzels to try to accept this guy.
No, I think what we're doing is recognizing, first of all, like Harold Ford mentioned, that the Democrats are in the fourth quarter. Well, the Republicans are through the intra-squad scrimmage. We know who our starters are going to be for president. Right? Well, and you look at all the issues, and if you agree with someone 85% of the time, that's a whole heck of a lot better than someone you agree with 8% of the time.
Then why give them such a hard time to begin with? If you're 85% in compliance, why give them such a hard time to begin with?
Because conservatives care about principles and ideas. And these are some of the issues that Sean brought up are ones I care passionately about as well. However, there are a lot of things we're in agreement with, and John McCain's the man to lead our country, whether it's for jobs, whether it's for security, or judges.
Thank you, Senator, for being with us tonight. Coming up, Hillary Clinton